Why do poor people always remain poor? China's richest man, Jack Ma, once said that if you put bananas and money in front of monkeys, they'll pick the bananas, because they don't understand that money can buy a lot more bananas. It's a simple comparison, yet it reflects something profound about human nature too. Most people, when given the option between a job and a business opportunity, will choose the job. Not because they're lazy or unambitious, but because they've been conditioned to believe that it's the safer, smarter, more responsible choice. But what if the safe option is actually the trap? You see, the system teaches us from childhood to fear risk. We are taught to follow rules, memorize facts, stay in line, and do what we're told. We are taught that success means getting good grades, then a good job, then staying in that job for decades, even if it drains your soul. We spend years studying subjects we don't care about, only to chase careers we never dreamed of, in the hope that maybe, just maybe, we'll earn enough to feel secure. But security is an illusion if you're always one paycheck away from financial collapse. So many poor people stay poor, not because they aren't smart, not because they aren't hardworking, but because they've never been taught how to think differently. They've never been exposed to the idea that they can be owners, creators, investors, leaders. They've never been told that wealth isn't just inherited. It can be built. They've never learned that opportunities aren't always handed to you. Sometimes you have to go out and make them. Poor people often work the hardest. They sacrifice their health, their sleep, their time with loved ones just to survive. But survival is not the same as freedom. You can work 3 jobs, hustle day and night, and still be trapped in a cycle that keeps you living month to month, year after year. Not because you lack potential, but because you were never given permission to dream bigger. The truth is, a salary helps you survive, but profit helps you live. A salary puts food on the table, sure. It pays the bills. It buys you a little comfort. But it also comes with limits. You are paid for your time, and there are only so many hours in a day. There is a ceiling above your head, and unless someone else lifts it, you stay where you are. Profit, on the other hand, has no ceiling. It rewards courage. It multiplies when you take risks, when you build systems, when you create value for others. But stepping into that mindset takes faith, and it's scary. Most people don't choose the path of entrepreneurship not because they don't want more, but because deep down, they don't believe they deserve more. They've seen their parents struggle. They've lived with hardship. They've heard the voices that say, people like us don't get rich, or that kind of success is for others, not us. And they carry those voices with them, silently, every day. Poverty is not just a lack of money. It's a lack of exposure, a lack of belief, a lack of vision. It's waking up every day feeling like you have no options, no support, no roadmap. It's watching others succeed and thinking, I could never do that. It's wanting more for your children, but not knowing how to give it to them. It's working yourself to exhaustion and still lying awake at night, wondering if you're doing enough. And the worst part? Society often blames the poor for their poverty, as if the system wasn't built to keep them in place. As if centuries of inequality can be erased with just work harder. But working harder without working smarter is like trying to dig a well with a spoon. It's exhausting, and it'll never be enough. So what's the answer? The answer is mindset, education, exposure, empowerment. We need to start teaching people not just how to get a job, but how to create one. We need to normalize conversations about entrepreneurship, ownership, investing, and value creation. We need to inspire people to believe that they can rise above their circumstances, that their current situation does not define their future. We need to help people see that they are more than just workers. They are builders, dreamers, innovators. They are full of ideas the world hasn't heard yet. They have stories to tell, businesses to build, communities to uplift. And we need to remind them, it's okay to fail. Every great entrepreneur has failed. Failure isn't the end. It's a stepping stone. What matters is not how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. With more wisdom, more strength, more fire in your heart. Because once you realize that you don't have to trade your time for survival, Once you understand that you have the power to create your own future, that's when everything changes. That's when you stop chasing bananas and start learning what money can really do.